been having some fun tonight, MTF. Taking my Facebook line, lining it up with this kind of stuff right here. I'm not saying I couldn't do it with this or like the origins of Malador, but like we're just gonna do some RSMR, soft spoken, a little bit of your BBC kind of guy in here, just nice and not be easy little marshmallow. Not don't this one he don't even say anything at all in this one, which is kind of nice. When you need no talkies, I just need G nu mu or mu nu equals 0. Okay, I'm 0. I'm real zeroed out. I can deal with it. Okay, the Fermi paradox about, well, maybe you come in here and get your shit kicked in. And that's like, well, they cut you deep, didn't they, Greg? They just got you good and beat up inside of there, and that's your first day. Meanwhile, this thing's starting to fly away at the end of this clip, and it's like, dude, get up and tear down Zot. He's already weak, dude. Get in there. G, nu mu, you. Get the fuck in. But we want to do this here.
With Klaviyo, it's easy to power smarter digital relationships and turn your customer data.
So we'll call it quits for now. Thanks for watching.
Anyways,
guys.
take that quantum
I'll see you
computing
next
stuff
time.
right here, MTF. Anti-meme 55 for you. Doesn't really exist. And it'll lock this key in a lead bunker because somebody was screwed up, right?
So it was about 4 years ago that we last looked at this book in a video called The Macroscopic Universe. And
I don't know, kind of a fifth dimensionally object thing to me if you've seen some of the math. I'm just saying.
But we are focused tonight on the quantum realm.
Doesn't exist till you get it in here. Then I owe your marshmallow, you fill my holes, I fill your holes, we fill each other's holes. Barrier
the year of the entire introduction are particles.
Just need a mustache and a cowboy hat. We're good to go.
The trails of particles that arise in the particle, the gas chambers, in particle accelerators.
Climb the ladder for me, kid.
When they collide protons.
And I'm starting backwards. That's not how the book normally goes. This is backwards, but this is your gambit. You're starting in the big stuff first. Quantum mechanics a little much, but you'll see a bunny skittering around out there somewhere.
Collisions.
Write it down. That's
we're gonna find out tonight.
A new P.
The fact that the universe
Sigma
is so grand and massive.
Some garbage hot equation I wrote in here.
I think
environment K over 1, I1 or whatever it was. A squared plus B squared. You would know. If we were in the bar and I was an astrologist and you were drunk enough, this is how this alcohol solution separates on the no-knock fuel for the rocket engine.
The solar systems and even the planets are. All of that is made up of much smaller building blocks. At the tiny scale,
that equation,
the universe is matter. It's
going to give me, I can assemble these, I have this much plastic, I drive the tools and the parts,
grouped together to form atoms.
Grouped together in a nice little format, the end results. There's no militia, program, patent design. They're the STEM variant M2, 1/2 of that thing.
And when they gain or lose neutrons.
Okay. And that's the STEM resume. If I had a business, it would be to form the people, the staff, to change the number, change entropy around, look at the pieces, operate them around a little bit.
In the center
they have weights. Hydrogen 1.004, not 1,
the atom is.
but 1 inch.
You can have
here's 150 is
of the same
military base. Could be derived from this element, if you will, because it squeaks out, it squishes and pops out.
The neutron degenerates into other particles.
Math is usually better because physics is like exploding hydrogen.
Protons, so it's still going to be gold. It's only when.
So in general, that becomes the write out
proton
for that figure 4
in some shape or form, or the atom fuses
We'll get there.
or breaks apart.
Grooming
nucleus of
policies
it
for that
through fission,
general prefix,
then that becomes
command directives,
two
incident
products
reports,
that
invention
have different numbers of
patents, small
protons, and those are
business
different
designs,
elements.
some
So
XYZ Sigma command directive,
you have
incident report,
isotopes, which are
invention
varying
patent.
numbers of neutrons in the nucleus.
When
Then you
there's a
have
special
ions,
relativity to
which are
that,
varying
I
numbers
found usually
of
get this
electrons
fire flower. This is, well, tube would be
in the outer
Gaussian,
shells
the Philadelphia experiment,
surrounding the nucleus.
trying to
And,
disappear the heat and stay with your
the element
RSMR.
itself can take various forms of ions or isotopes
You just say the marshmallow, big
of any
square,
particular element.
the
Now, to me, it's
snowflake, the morning
again,
star, some.
looking at the real pictures of
Wow.
what we're talking about
I
here,
wouldn't expect
because
that.
it's easy to see this.
Right.
And, I don't know. Get too lost in the abstraction of it.
This being
is
NP, P versus easy to solve,
an image.
but we're not taking the
gold
second
atoms
order
on a
of
grid of
hydrogen.
green carbon
Hydrogen's
atoms
stupid hard to catch.
made
But
by
A,
scanning tunnel
on the other hand,
electron
quantum
microscope.
universe is a lot easier to wave function out time and frequency
And
effects
that's just
simulated. So
incredible
my high
to
spot
think about.
would be here
That's an actual
or here,
it's
and it can be in a
digitally
lot of them.
filtered, but nonetheless, that data is the actual boundaries of the electron clouds around the atom itself. You know, I want to look that up actually. I want to see what
Solomon's Black Dragon.
a scanning tunneling microscope.
So you're grading rock, right?
Actually,
Pebbles and garbage, regular veneer, your fireplace, your wall. We'll get to the real Cutco. As this
Scanning
one-dimensional
tunneling microscope
line
is a type of microscope
gives you a real
used for imaging surfaces
desk
at the atomic level.
to
Its development in
hire
1981
like
earned
military bases, colleges, stuff in town. That's not in
a
town.
Nobel Prize in Physics in 1986. So it uses a... Oh, okay, and I just called it an electron microscope, and it says, just got that up there, not to be confused with a scanning electron microscope.
Looking good, auto second. Looking good. Don't worry.
Produces images of a sample by scanning the surface with a focused beam of electrons that interact with atoms in the sample, providing information about the surface topography. So a scanning tunneling microscope
Would give me some topologies between states that gives me
extremely sharp
the
conducting tip
sonar,
that can
land
distinguish
nav,
features smaller than
combatives, and
1/10
air
of a
superiority
nanometer.
of that chessboard home game, but on
With a
landscapers,
hundredth of a
nodes
nanometer
here would
depth
be
resolution.
33.
This means that the individual atoms can routinely be imaged and manipulated. Conducting tip.
Wow. Yeah. When you think about the great silence sometimes, whether it's astrophysicists or
Most
ain't
of
no
them
doing
are
bad
built
22K in
for
2 days.
use in ultra-high vacuum at temperatures approaching absolute
I'll
zero,
catch you deep.
which makes sense
Never
because
lie.
so the atoms aren't oscillating, vibrating a lot with heat. But variance exists for studies in air, water, and other environments, and for temperatures over 1,000 centigrade.
So again, this is a good video. E
So
him,
based on the
E
concept
him,
of quantum
quantum
tunneling,
functions. You got to make it a time or a frequency
specifically
dominion,
is
but you're challenging the noise quantum gravity
objects
media.
like electrons or atoms pass through a
You're
potential barrier
amongst
according
Beck,
to
Dr.
classical
Beck,
mechanics,
right? You know, it's like, I don't know, maybe 2 days is enough ones to one it out.
that the object shouldn't have.
But
sufficient
hydrogen
energy
again,
to survive.
1.004, not 1. But system, output, and input. Electrons, its spin,
So here's a video.
It's a hard
showing
topic,
The tunneling
it's-
effect. Quantum tunnel effect and its application to the scanning tunneling
hydrogen.
microscope.
So driving the heat equation
Quantum
or
object
driving
is
the
sent on a
wave
thick
equation, you could imagine fx or psi
barrier, bounces
x.
off.
Not too far off, really.
If the barrier is thin enough, the object may
Wow,
sometimes get through.
GPT.
Or
Wow,
tunnel
I think
through.
it's more
The
like
thinner the barrier, the more
develop your
likely
sense of humor or
the
have
object
a.
is to pass.
Elements aren't really going to do that. But this still quantum
There's the
computing,
conducting
quantum
tip of
universe,
metal is made up of
super
quantum
critical. Now that I know that that's a box, I
atoms
can
and
make that
electrons. If we
stone
approach
mill
a very thin tip
game
electrically
a lot more
powered,
functionable
it may
to
tear
a
the
thesis
electrons.
that's a little bit
Tear the
more
electrons from
within
the
the
metal
heights.
by tunnel effect.
Heisenberg. What you might be looking for.
By measuring the electric current through the tip, we can reconstruct where the atoms are. This is the principle of the scanning tunneling microscope then. Okay. Wow. Just think of the precision for that tip to be able to get, well, to be able to be that small to begin with, but then to be able to get that close to the atoms. That is unreal. That is so incredible that it gets that close to atoms.
Oh, I thought I had a picture in there. I was supposed to have my Bronze Age picture in there.
The precision that it would have to, the machines would have to have incremental movements to be able to get that close to the
his level of Bronze Age
layer that it's trying to
and
probe. Good Lord. That's
come
amazing.
on, that little tiny sliver of the bookshelf of what the Bronze Age really is. Wikipedia absolutely crushes my autosecond here. But again, I know
nuclear fusion,
how to stay in front of that.
radioactive decay of atomic nuclei.
One shot.
So
Like
that
4
would
lights,
be
but one shot.
the
It's apparently this guy over here got me small.